The door is open for the Bolton Wanderers to go someplace they haven't been since before COVID, and don't we know that feels like a long time ago. But walking through that door into the championship won't be easy. First things first, why does an American YouTuber even care about the Bolton Wanderers? Well, if you're new to this channel in recent weeks, first of all, hello. If you haven't subscribed yet, go right ahead. Don't be shy. Over 750 fellow footy fanatics have already done so, most of them just in the past month. So it's clearly the cool thing to do. Second of all, it's because Bolton fans have been nothing but class, whether it was at the game I was at last week or in the comments section on this channel ever since I visited Tough Sheet Community Stadium on April Fool's Day for their match against Reading. Actually, hold up. If this is going to be truly a Bolton video, I need to call the stadium by its proper name, the name that the locals call it, Reebok Stadium. There, now it's official. Because some names just never die, and good teams with 150 years of history have a hard time dying as well. A return to the championship for Bolton would complete what has been a remarkable turnaround for the Wanderers since nearly ceasing to exist just a few years ago. This was a club that went into administration in 2019, was forced to play academy players to start the season, and even had trouble simply fulfilling matches with Bradford and Doncaster over those young players. With 2 weeks before its possible withdrawal from the EFL and potential liquidation, a sale to Football Ventures was completed on August 28, 2019. New manager Keith Hill was able to bring in 9 players before the summer window closed. However, this wasn't enough to save Bolton from being relegated to League Two for the first time since 1988. Since then, and despite COVID, Bolton has been able to dig itself out of its financial issues and climb out of League Two just a couple seasons later. And now we come to modern times where they're looking to go back to where they came from before the administration happened. The Sky Bet Championship. And I'm also doing this video because there is an honest-to-goodness chance that the Bolton Wanderers could find themselves in one of the 2 automatic promotion spots as soon as this weekend. Now, currently, at the time of this recording, Bolton sit 3rd in League One, 2 points back of Derby County, and, well, quite a bit behind Portsmouth, who are running away with the league. And Portsmouth is very important in this video. We'll get to them in just a little bit. At this point, Bolton would qualify for the promotion playoffs, where they would need 2 additional wins to get promoted. Right now, they'd be up against the likes of Peterborough, Barnsley, and Oxford United, with Lincoln, Blackpool, and Stevenage still lurking in the vicinity. But in a perfect world, Bolton finishes in the top 2 and gets promoted without any pesky playoffs to worry about. And Derby County just cracked the door open for that to possibly happen. The Rams traveled to Wycombe Wanderers on Wednesday, holy alliteration, Batman, and played them to a 0-0 draw despite having the XG advantage. Because of this draw, and because Derby have played one more game than Bolton, a win by Bolton this Saturday would vault them above Derby in the promotion race, and then Bolton would control its own destiny. It sounds so easy, right? After all, Bolton only has 1 defeat in the last 8 games. They're in good form as well, having won their last 2, including a 5-2 demolition over Reading in the game that I witnessed from the Reading section, unfortunately. Awkward. And then beating Bristol Rovers on the road 2-0. But there's just one problem with this whole plan. They have to beat Portsmouth this weekend. Yeah, that's right. Top of the table, Portsmouth. I mean, no one said getting promoted was easy, right? I mean, what did I just say a few seconds ago? Yeah, Editor Tom, cut that part out, please. Now, Portsmouth are on an even crazier run of form. They haven't lost a match since January 13th, meaning they are 15 straight unbeaten. And despite a 2-2 hiccup to Derby on April 2nd, which you can understand given both teams are ripe for promotion, Pompey have won 4 of their last 5, and there's nothing to suggest their good run of form is about to stop. Around that Derby game are 2 bookend 3-1 wins over Wycombe and Shrewsbury. And not only that, Bolton lost to Portsmouth 2-0 in December. But this time around, though, it's different. See, they played in Portsmouth before. Now they're playing it at Reebok Stadium in Bolton. Tough sheet. Tough sheet. Yes, I did it, Bolton fans. I called it by its proper name. I'm now a proper football fan. See, if I have to say that, am I actually a proper football fan? I'll let you decide. And the fact that it's being played in Bolton is crucial if we're looking at past matches. Portsmouth haven't won in Bolton since 2020. Bolton beat Pompey twice in January 2023, one in league play and the other in the EFL Trophy, and then they drew 1-1 in 2022. But what if Bolton don't win this Saturday? I know, perish the thought, but it's possible. The rest of the schedule for Bolton doesn't look bad, save for that last game. Shrewsbury sit 18th in the table, while Port Vale could get relegated, currently sitting in 21st. In earlier matches this season, Bolton beat Port Vale on the road 1-0, then beat them again in the EFL Trophy 2-0. And in between those games, Bolton beat Shrewsbury 2-0 on the road. But what about that last game against Peterborough? I haven't mentioned them yet. That one could be a little tricky. Peterborough currently sit 4th in League One, and Bolton drew Peterborough at home 1-1 on September 23rd. Peterborough also has a game in hand on Bolton, although Bolton currently controls its own destiny in regards to that, as Bolton sit 4 points ahead at the time of this recording. Peterborough also has won its last 3 straight matches, 2-1 over Leyton Orient, 2-1 over Wycombe, and 3-0 over Port Vale. That Wycombe game is worth noting because that was in the EFL Trophy finals. Yes, Peterborough did win the EFL Trophy this season, but because of their success in that competition, Peterborough has 5 games to play in a span of 14 days. They're at Oxford United this weekend, another promotion contender. Then they are at home to Fleetwood, at Bristol Rovers, at Cheltenham, and then Bolton in their home and season finale. So it's not out of the question that Peterborough might be going into that game against Bolton with tired legs. They also might not have anything to play for at that point, as automatic promotion for them feels like a tall mountain to climb for them. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but by the time they get to that game, will they be in a position to crack the top 2? Unlikely. But their spot in the promotion playoffs, however, feels pretty secure right now, as they currently have a 9-point lead over Lincoln. Oh, and we haven't even talked about Derby County yet, except for the fact that they've even opened up the door for this possibility to happen. The Rams have 3 games remaining, but none of them look particularly threatening to them. They're at home to 10th place Leyton Orient, on the road at 19th place Cambridge, and then at home to last place Carlisle in the finale. So this game Saturday is important for Bolton. It's almost definitely the most important game of the season for the Wanderers. Probably an important game, too, for Portsmouth as well, as they're looking to clinch the title possibly this weekend. Now, a win by Bolton over the likely title winners would put Bolton in control of its own promotion destiny. And aside from maybe that Peterborough game in the season finale, the rest of the schedule doesn't look overly daunting. But what do you think of Bolton's promotion chances? Do you think the Wanderers can get the win over Pompey this weekend and control their own destiny? And if they do get control of their own destiny, can they hold on to it? And if they don't get the win this weekend, how do you rate their chances at promotion? A lot of Bolton fans that I talked to when I was at the Reading game were mixed on that. There was some optimism, but then there was also some pessimism that maybe they wouldn't quite have the legs, at the end of the season. And if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Emphasis on the subscribe, because we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers after my speed run of English football last week. It's why I'm doing this video in the first place. This is your soccer zombie, Tom Franklin here, and if you haven't seen that video yet, the video that inspired me to even do this video on Bolton's promotion hopes, you really should check it out. It's right here, right above where my finger is, or maybe I'm on it right now. It's kind of hard to tell. I can't really see the future very well, but just you can see it around here somewhere. Just hover your mouse over it, give it a good left click, and you'll be magically transformed to April Fool's Day when the Bolton Wanderers demolished Reading 5-2, and I witnessed it with my own eyes from the Reading away section. But this yank was there, and I'm not fooling around, And neither was the Wanderers that day.